Hey everybody, welcome to Why We Love Horror TV. I believe this is episode 6, but this week, Paramount Plus and Showtime and all the folks who do Dexter Original Sin let us know that this is a hiatus week. There's no new episode of Dexter Original Sin this week. How does that make you guys feel, Fiorella? How do you feel about that?
Welcome to our filler episode. That is how I feel about it now.
Oh yeah, I'm JWMaher, by the way. This is Fiorella. And that's Aaron Brooks, who's also going to tell us how he feels about us not getting new episodes this week.
I think that it's very clear, even though how Dexter treated Dokes, that he is a fan of Martin Luther King, and that's why we needed to take the Martin Luther King weekend off for Dexter. That is Dexter's wish, clearly. I'm fine with it because I'm actually really excited to talk about Resurrection and kind of what we want out of it. I'm curious how this conversation is going to go because up until now, I've been just staying in the moment with Original Sin. So and it's been really great. But I also started to think, all right, let's start thinking about the future. And Resurrection is coming in the summer. And I definitely have some thoughts kind of on a few different things. And I'm curious to see how much we line up with this or don't, because it just, while Original Sin's really worked, I'm still a little bit worried about what we're going to do with Resurrection, just because New Blood did kind of hurt me.
Well, let's take a look at that teaser trailer for Resurrection.
Coming this summer. After you see how he began, see where Dexter goes next.
Did you miss me?
Dexter Resurrection. New series coming summer 2025.
That's it. That's all we really get. We're going to look up interviews with like Clyde Phillips or Michael C. Hall, which I'm not doing right now. So we got a glimpse of the fact that he was not shot to death. He was shot, but he was not shot to death at the end of New Blood. He is resuscitated in the Memorial Hospital emergency room at the very beginning of Dexter Original Sin. And Dexter Original Sin is his life flashing before his eyes, I guess. I guess first thoughts, Fiorella, where are we going to go from here?
God, I don't know. Do I start with my theory of me disagreeing with you guys so much from previous conversations when it comes to the New Blood? So my theory is the son, Harrison, was in on it. He shot his dad, not because he hates his dad or he was like, oh, must kill the evil. I don't think he has a bad passenger, but I do think he wants his dad so bad. I believe Dexter was Harry. There is a conversation we did not see where he tells him what he needs to do so Harrison could get away, kind of scot-free, and Dexter could kind of figure out what the next step is. Because obviously he couldn't run anymore. I forgot the girlfriend's name, was too hot on his trail. I do think that, I think they were in cahoots. And there's way more to that. I don't think Harrison killed him on his own accord for the greater good. I think he was.
I don't think that's an off theory at all.
I do. Go ahead, Darren.
What's that?
I disagree with her, but you can get.
I think there's some truth to it. Maybe not exactly to that extent, but I guess this gets into like my want with Resurrection, and it's going to sound weird, but I need it to be very crystal clear to the entire audience. Dexter is a piece of shit, because that needs to come through clear. It's what's made the show intriguing and muddled at the same time is that it's like we're rooting for him. We know he's bad, but like we kind of forget all the really, really horrible moments. And I think this final chapter for Dexter's story needs to be a final chapter, first of all. So it needs to end in, I think, one of two ways for me. And it's not getting away. It's getting caught or getting killed for me. But I think that we are going to see more and more how manipulative Dexter gets when he gets to these desperate situations. He looks past everything when it comes to preserving himself. We've seen it with Dokes. We've seen it with LaGuerta. We've seen it with Deb. We've seen it many, many times here. And now Angel comes back into the picture. Quinn's going to be back in the picture. And, you know, I think it's going to be the devil versus the angel by the end of it. And The one who will finally break through with him, I do think, will be Angel. I think Angel will end up bringing him in and he will go to prison. I do think that's how it ends. I don't think Angel's going to shoot him because of LaGuerta or Deb or Dokes, any of that. I think Angel is such a polar opposite to Dexter, and that's why his name is Angel. I do think that eventually it will come off to pay off. But it wouldn't surprise me if Dexter did, essentially manipulate his son into participating and, tried to justify of like, I don't want you to experience your dark passenger. So what you're going to do is not kill me. You're just going to help me get away and you're going to go on. Like, but it also ultimately is going to fuck him up. And like, it is going to expose the dark passenger more, as we're seeing in Original Sin with Harry, with Dexter. It's poetic. It's going to repeat itself here, I think, with Dexter fucking up Harrison or Harry, just like Harry fucked up Dexter.
Yeah, I think, but at the end of New Blood, we see Harrison like leaving upstate New York and just driving. I imagine he will go to Los Angeles, which is where Dexter said they should go. I don't think Harrison doesn't have a dark passenger, because clearly he does. Like, he sets up the school shooting kid. He breaks the other kid's arm. And there's like all kind, and he clearly is not bothered by anything, even when Dexter fully pulls the curtain back. And he's like, yeah, we kill people, we cut them up, and this is how we dispose of their bodies. I don't think I think the thing that sets Harrison off is when Dexter escapes, he kills an innocent person, and that's when Harrison turns on him, because he has to kill Officer Logan, the wrestling coach, to get out of the jail cell. And that it's only in that moment that Harrison is like, you broke the code, well, fuck you, and that's when he chooses to shoot him. So I do think Harrison will go to LA. I don't know how Dexter gets out of the ER, because Angel's on his way. He's Angela is the one that's calling in the ambulance.
Yes.
Like, no idea how he gets out of this pickle. Like that, I'm interested to see how they do that.
Angel's got to help him. He's got to help him.
You think Angel's going to help him?
Yes, I think Angel starts out helping him.
Oh, that might do it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then so he's going to give Angel the slip, go to Los Angeles, see that there's a killer kind of doing what he did in Miami, because like Harrison's kind of sloppy, and then Dexter will track Harrison down because Harrison's doing that, and then we're going to have that'll be kind of the meat of the.
And he's going to kill. So will he kill Harrison?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll kill him, but I do think that's how he'll find him.
Wouldn't it be interesting if he killed him though?
No.
This is going to be a little bit of a meandering episode here, just in case you couldn't tell. But I think that he sometimes can find the justification in punishing anybody but himself. I think that
he did kill his own brother.
Right. So I think it would be a pretty irredeemable kill if he ended up killing Harrison. I think that would finally get the public a little more against. I want the public against Dexter by the third episode of Resurrection. They already should be, but if they're not yet, I want it to happen. And also with the tone of this series for Resurrection, I hope to God it is a serious horror tone. I do not want the same tone as Original Sin. I've loved what's going on with Original Sin, the more light comedic kind of riff on it. I want it to be more similar to the first 4 seasons of Dexter, where it's much more dark, a little black comedy, not MCU humor comedy, looking at the fourth wall type. So I do want a huge tonal shift from Original Sin to Resurrection as well. It should feel like night and day.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And I think that's the place. I think Original Sin is the place to be a little lighter, because they can't go full Dexter, because we're just learning how Dexter becomes Dexter. To touch a couple of points that you guys said before, starting with yours, I think Harrison, again, does he have a dark passenger? Sure, somewhere, but no, I think he is going to be the one that shows he doesn't. If you guys remember, the only reason he did that, setting up the kid with the school shooting and knifing him, was supposedly after he heard the podcast about his mom's death. What we then find out at the very end is he witnessed Dexter killing who was the bad guy?
No, he didn't say that.
He witnessed.
He watched the Trinity killer kill Rita. He didn't watch Dexter kill.
How could he watch a Trinity?
He was in the bathroom. Like he was.
Oh,
there.
he was a baby, but
Yeah.
no.
He remembered it. He said, "I remember that." He didn't see.
Aaron, you're gonna have to. Okay, we're gonna need couples counseling because of Dexter because you're so wrong and you're misremembering. No, from my interpretation, from how I remember it, you see there is a scene there where you see Harrison. You don't see him, but you see through his eyes looking at what was happening and him seeing Dexter killing the guy over the deer. Yes, it does.
Killing Matthew?
So you're talking about the Trinity killer?
Are we talking about the Trinity killer?
No, we're talking about.
Oh no, he doesn't see.
Resurrection.
He doesn't see Dexter kill Matthew. He sees Dexter knock him out and drag him away because he kills Matthew in his greenhouse.
But he sees it. He's not a dumb kid. He's an 18-year-old.
He can connect the dots at that point.
He can connect the dots. Yeah. I think again, he is dead. Him wanting to reconnect with his dad so bad that maybe him seeing that, connecting the dots, then listening to the Trinity, he sees his dad's a little bit of weird. Kids kind of know what's going on. And he did that as like, let me connect with my dad. He didn't do it because he wanted to. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to see Dexter turn more and more into Harry. And I think the only redeemable way is his son. I agree with you 1000%, Aaron. I'm very excited to see Angel kind of like wrap it up and put a bow on it. And I think the only real justice for Angel would be him doing the perp walk with him. And you know what I mean?
And I think Dexter's going to be at a hard decision at the end where he does have a chance to kill Angel and knows that's the only way he can get out of it. And he's going to finally choose not to. And he's going to have a little bit of redemption there by finally he's wanted to be a good person this whole time. That let's be honest, like that. I know I'd say he's like a terrible person. He wants to be good. He can't, but he wants to be. And this will be his final redemption where he's able to redeem himself and not take out a truly good Angel is that good of a person that he's going to break through to Dexter after probably Dexter kills Quinn because, he's going to find a way to kill Quinn. Quinn's known for a long time, and he avoided letting Dexter know he knows because he wanted to stay alive. His mistake is going to be revealing he knows, and then Dexter will take out Quinn, I think, at some point in Resurrection. There's going to be at least 2 or 3 kills by Dexter in Resurrection where you're like, no. He's going.
Oh, yeah, they're going to hurt us.
He's the guy at the end of his string who's going to make a few more bad decisions before he finally makes a good decision.
They're going to Breaking Bad us with Dexter?
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, it depends how many more seasons they're planning on going with this. If this is it, there's a couple of things we need. We need that. And I think we are going to need like a big bad guy too. They've been doing giving us Clancy Brown in New Blood was great.
Yes, it was one of the best parts of New Blood. I agree.
Yeah, and getting Joe Pantoliano and probably whoever else we may get in Original Sin is cool. So I want like somebody big.
I want this to be one season too. I don't want more.
Really.
I'd like it to be ones. I did, unless they really have a plan for multiple seasons and they don't want to rush it like they did. Actually, no. Maybe I don't want one season necessarily, just because one of my many problems with New Blood is the plot was so rushed that a lot of the results I feel like didn't feel as earned as they could have if it was spread out a little bit longer and gave us a little more time.
Yeah, because there's also a couple of things that like go nowhere in New Blood, like Angela's daughter is like protesting the billionaire, guy who's destroying the environment, and like we never come back to him. He just has
you only have so much time in 9 episodes or whatever. Yeah. So maybe I do want actually multiple seasons some more. I think.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
Maybe I'm just kind of burnt out with the whole the whole Breaking Bad formula. I kind of would like to see Dexter get away. I'd like to see him get away. Why not? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious how they pull that off. I just don't see how you can pull that off satisfyingly at this point.
I would say in the books that nobody's read, he does get a hero's death in the books. I'll say that, which he hasn't gotten anywhere close to anything like that. Well, I mean, it looks like he has a hero's death in the books. I'd say that. Yeah,
from what I've heard from the books, he also starts to chop off legs of live people as they're still alive, in this
I don't think that
skins people. I've heard these things are things he escalates.
Those are things that bad guys in the books do that he fights against.
Okay, not him though. He doesn't elevate his torturing style as he goes to make it more difficult.
No, but the people he goes up against like become like increasingly more like Serbian filmish as it goes on. Definitely.
I want a more sadistic resurrection. I want dark.
Oh yeah, him going into the seedy LA underworld, like snuff films and stuff. That'd be cool. Why not?
Yeah, I would like that too. Yeah, because New Blood, I think the kills and the bad guys or whatever, they weren't like, I felt like I was just listening to like a 2020 like podcast. Like I was like, this is so predictable. It's not that it's exciting, but like for entertainment purposes only, it's not exciting. So that would be great to see a really complex killer. But also I kind of feel like, so if he does redeem himself in the sense of he doesn't kill like Angel, if there's a chance there that he like, I'm going to continue loving the guy. Like, I get it. He kills people, but like they're bad people.
Mm-hmm. Most of them.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Most of them.
Besides the ones that are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we keep looking past. And I want it to become so impossible to look past. Like, I just need him to become completely irredeemable to where it's impossible to look past, not for like simplicity's sake, but for like to drive home the whole point of the series here, which is that Dexter does need to come to justice. It's the only way. It is the only way.
So you are the piece of humanity right now in this room. Because we're just like, he's fine.
Dexter go on forever.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I need him to meet his end at the hands of Angel walking him in. And I also need, if we're going to go all the way to like Dexter getting, lethal injections or something, I need him right at the end to like have a hallucination that has Deb, Dokes. I need all the ghosts of Christmas Past to show up and him to like freak out right before he dies, but be like, and then it just goes to black. Supreme.
I don't think he would freak out. You would want.
I want him to freak out. I want him
to freak out.
He would smile and he
would like calmly like resign to it.
Nope. I want him to be eternally damned because of his decisions.
So what we're learning today in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is that Aaron has a heart and we're assholes.
Aaron hates Dexter. Oh my god.
Yeah, I need to see it happen for Deb, for Dokes, for La Huerta.
Stop reminding me about them, because then
he saw Deb all the time in New Blood. She was there all the time, hanging out.
Yeah,
putting her fingers in his mouth, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Like maybe he kills Angela right at the beginning of the first episode, like just to get everybody really pissed off because the people liked Angela. So it's like right away, it's just like, damn, he just no problem. He's trying to get away.
Oh, if he does that, it's like, okay, I see what we're doing. I see what's going on here.
Right, the inevitable downfall. I'm fine with the Scarface.
You should kill the receptionist that's in the wheelchair. Just a total heel move. Kill her.
Push her down the stairs. Something trap style.
Yeah. All right. I think we've done our part here. I think we've expounded enough on Dexter Resurrection.
It'll be fun to come back.
Anything you left out?
Any final words?
Yeah, anything you left out?
Not that I could think of. Just this is when is it going to come out?
The summer.
Okay. Like early summer? Or we don't know exactly when.
July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think in July or something. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really left, I think, for me to say. Also, I think I've made my view pretty clear at this point, and I'm going to be excited to come back to this, as we're going through the season, see how close or how far we were. Hopefully it's closer than our anticipated horror list from last year. But, because Imaginary was on there and others, so woof. But, we'll see. I think we're going to do better than that here.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Join the Letterboxd challenge, too. Why not do that? Go to that website. Join the Letterboxd challenge. Fiorella can do it, too. We'll see you guys over there. I've been JWMaher. That's Fiorella Maher. And that's Aaron Brooks. And we'll see you next time on Why We Love Horror.